Good morning class. I am your assistant teacher of class 5th. Today I will continue the reading of chapter number 8, which is on page number 42. Open page 42. So let's start the reading. In USA and Canada, the cities located on the Atlantic and the Pacific coast are connected by transcontinental railways. The trains take about 4 to 5 days to cover this distance. Chicago in USA is the world's largest railway junction. In Japan and France, some trains run at the speed of more than 400 kilometers per hour. Japanese railways handle the largest passenger traffic in the world. Waterways. Nearly 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. The ocean and seas provide a continuous link between the land masses. Rafts and dugout boats are the earliest means of water transport. Then came sailboats, which used the power of the wind to push them from one place to another. Today we have very big ships fitted with steam or diesel engines. The water bodies form a free highway provided by nature. Water transport is very useful for transporting heavy and bulky goods such as coal, iron ore, timber, etc. Over long distances, the carrying capacity of a modern ship is much greater than that of the truck or railway train. The only drawback of water transport is its slow speed. This is compensated by the low cost of transport. Transport by water comprises inland waterways and ocean routes. Water transport has played an important role in man's life since ancient times. It continues to be a vital part of the trade and commerce in the world. Certain sea routes used to be extremely long and took very long time. For example, the time taken to travel in ship from India to England was about 6 months. The constructions of the Suez and Panama canals not only reduced the traveling time but also increased the usefulness of seaways. The Suez Canal was built in 1869. It joins the Red Sea with the Mediterranean Sea. The Panama Canal, lying between the continents of the North America and South America, connects the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. The canal was opened to the traffic in 1914. The Panama Canal has helped ships to avoid going round the entire continent of South America. Trade has increased between North America, Europe, Asia and Australia. The busiest sea route in the world is in the North Atlantic Ocean, joining the eastern coast of North America and the western coast of Europe. This route provides link between two highly industrialized parts of the world. India has a number of important ports on the west and east coast. These are Kandla, Mumbai, Mormugao, Mangalore, Kochi, Tuticorin, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Paradip and Kolkata. These ports are well connected with every part of the world. Navigable rivers, lakes and canals are the inland waterways. Large rivers like the Nile, the Amazon, the Mississippi, the Yangtze and Brahmaputra and the Ganga are very useful as inland waterways. Airways. In the present day world, thousands of people including tourists, businessmen, officials, students, etc. fly to other countries. In the beginning of the 20th century, Wright brothers of the USA developed a flying machine. It was the first airplane with the advancement in science and technology. the size and speed of the aeroplane has improved. Today, the air travel is quick, safe and comfortable, but it is very expensive. The volume of air traffic is increasing every year. Many big cities in the world like London, Paris, Moscow, New York, Tokyo, Mumbai, etc. have large international airports. In India, many cities are connected by air. Most of the domestic traffic is controlled by Indian Airlines. All the countries of the world are connected by air services. Most of the countries have their own airlines. Goods are also transported by air to almost every part of the world. So this is the reading of the chapter completed. You have to read these recap points. Thank you class and have a nice day. Goodbye.